welcome to the Addison Ice Rink in Addison, Illinois. And we've got the CCM World Invite Chicago Tournament consolation game here right on Midnight Sports. You're watching this game on tape delay as there was no internet connection for us in the Addison Olympic-sized rink. So, hello everybody in the future. Who knows how this game is going to end? Hope you enjoy watching the tape back. And as a partisan, before I put my broadcasting helmet on, hopefully it was a Stars win. In any event, the Stars come into today, having lost this morning and dropped 3 games here out in Chicago. This morning was a close one for 2.5 periods. The Stars were tied 4-4, and then unfortunately, the wheels came off just a bit as they lost to the Sylvania North Stars. Today, the Stars take on the Atlanta Phoenix. In about 12 seconds, the warm-up buzzer is going to go off. The Phoenix have a 7-11-3 record on the year. And coming into this tournament, that is, they dropped all 3 games as well at this tournament, losing 3-5 to the Indy Junior Fuel, 1-5 to the North Carolina Golden Bears, and 2-4 to the Bloomington Thunder. And so for them, this is their last game of the tournament as well. They'll be in the home whites, Stars in their road navy blue jerseys. And it looks to be Jason Diatelli getting the start in goal for the Stars. Stars will be moving right to left on your television screen. All you diehard fans out there watching a tape delay 16U youth hockey game, gotta say welcome, and we at Midnight Sports love it. Thank you so much for tuning in to this, the last game out in Chicago for this 16U Stars team. Now, regardless of the results out here, the Stars have had to play fast, physical hockey, and they've acquitted themselves well doing it, continuing to skate even when down and trying as hard as they possibly can. Those are lessons they can easily take back to Brooklyn, apply in the LIHL and EJEPL to find some success. Well, the Stars will come on out here for puck drop. It looks like it'll be a line of Zimmich, Fisher, and McCarthy as the forwards. Viscoso out there with Schulman. Great to see Nico Viscoso back out on the ice, having ended the last game injured. Well, 15 minutes on the board as we await the officials to skate out onto the ice to drop the puck. Goalies checked. Scorekeeper checked. We're about to be off and running here in Addison, Illinois. We are. Stars win that faceoff forward. It's McCarthy taking it right into the offensive zone, leaving it for Zimmich. And that's saved immediately by the Phoenix netminder. And it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, a good start there for the men in navy blue. They get a shot on goal immediately. Zimmich wins the ensuing faceoff. Phoenix will come right back the other way into the offensive zone. It's a mini break turning into a real break. Phoenix in. They try and go around. Diatelli gets that leg pad out, and he gets a stomped board there from the bench from his team as he was able to kick that left leg pad out and stop that breakaway. Stars get a shot right back the other way, and we'll get another stoppage in play with 14:34 left to go here in the first. 2 shots for the Stars, 1 for the Phoenix. And an offensive zone draw coming up for the Stars. It'll be Nicolaitis, Bizarro, Russo out there as the forwards. Nicolaitis wins the faceoff, tries to round the circle, and it'll be the Phoenix coming right back the other way. Phoenix now into the slot. They shoot in on Diatelli. He's got it under the leg pads, and now we get a whistle as that puck is a little bit loose in the blue paint until Diatelli threw the big leg pad over it after making the initial save. Good stop by him. 14:22 left to go here in the first. And it'll be the same line out for the Stars. Nicolaitis looks to win this from the near dot. He wins it forward to the near point, not out of the zone just yet. Phoenix throw it in, and that puck's going to go wide on a deflection. It comes to the far half wall. Pushed more there by Russo is Phoenix, and the Stars use the glass to get that puck out of the zone. Nicolaitis leaves it for Russo. Russo gets center ice and dumps it in deep. Phoenix goaltender out of the cage, rolls toward Bizarro. He tries to jam it in front, puck in top of the blue paint. The Atlanta Phoenix, though, are there first, and they break out of their own zone into the neutral zone. Coming all the way into the offensive zone are the Phoenix. They shoot, and they're able to score there. Quick release with 13:50 left to go here in the first period. It's the Phoenix 1, Stars nothing. That was a bang-bang play there. And the Atlanta Phoenix able to score early in this one. Stars win the ensuing faceoffs. Image back toward Viscoso. Viscoso on the puck, corrals that rolling puck, throws it up toward the strong side. Polisi out there now for the first time, as well as Conforti. And Conforti tries to work that into the neutral zone, comes off his stick. The Phoenix will dump it into the offensive zone. Sammy Shulman pushes his man to the far corner. It's now Zimmage in for support. Puck caught in the linesman's skates. Phoenix able to keep the puck in the zone because of it. They dump it all the way around to the near side of the ice. Phoenix pick it up there and throw it in deeper. All the way to the near corner. Viscoso, though, able to jam that up and out of the zone, and it'll be the Phoenix resetting at their own blue line. They work it up to the weak side of the ice. Shulman there first. Bouncing puck settled as the Phoenix will go for a line change. Point to point, Shulman to Viscoso, back to Viscoso. Viscoso works that puck up toward Conforti. Now it's going to come all the way down and hit the netminder, and it'll be a nice save there by the Phoenix goaltender, and Phoenix comes right back down. Shoots over the cage, does Phoenix. And that puck's going to go all the way to the far side of the ice. And now it'll be the Phoenix resetting on a delayed penalty at their own blue line. They're going to break through the neutral zone, are the Phoenix. And all the way in, Diatelli with a nice save. And it'll be the Stars going to the box. We'll see what the call is here as the linesman explains the story. It looks like it'll be Conforti to the box. We'll be in there for a minute and a half if the Stars have their way. It's Nicolaitis at the dot, and he's got, looks like McCarthy, Leshner, and Coronati out there with him. Stars work that to the far point, not out of the zone just yet though, as the Phoenix try and set up shop on the power play. Puck drop down low. Leshner watches his man at the far half wall, and so puck racked all the way around to the end boards. And the Phoenix still have the puck there. They try and send it across the ice. Leshner does well to get in the way of that one. And it's going to come all the way out of the zone as Nicolaitis harasses his man into a strong side pass that McCarthy gets in front of. Right in front of the camera well here. It's now Phoenix all the way across to the weak side of the ice. They're going to streak into the neutral zone. But McCarthy again in the way. Gains the line. And it will be the Phoenix picking up the puck in their own zone. Puck comes all the way into the offensive zone. The Phoenix shoot in wide of the cage. Diatelli is going to shovel that puck out of harm's way, and the Stars do clear the zone again. 30 seconds left to go on the penalty kill for the Stars as they look to get a shot on goal, shorthanded. Rolling puck comes all the way over to the near corner, though, and it'll be the Atlanta Phoenix breaking out through the neutral zone again. The Atlanta Phoenix all the way into the offensive zone. That shot saved nicely by Diatelli. Puck sits in the far corner now for the Phoenix. Pizarro pinches in, and it's the Phoenix working that puck to the top of the circle, but no farther as it's jammed out there by the Stars. Pizarro all over his man, upends him, and it's Pizarro in all alone on a shorty, dances around the goaltender. He goes up and in. Dominic Pizarro able to pot that goal at 10:55 left to go here in the first period. He delayed, but he was able to tuck it home right over the leg pad. And Pizarro, just as the Stars had gotten back to 5-on-5, able to find the back of the net and even this one up just 4 minutes and 5 seconds into the game. Ensuing faceoff, one forward there by the Stars, and then it's worked up the right wing by the Phoenix. Phoenix into the offensive zone, shoveled out of the zone though by Shulman and Pizarro. Pizarro goes to the other side of the ice, picks up Russo there. Puck comes into the offensive zone, jammed farther, and Pizarro now on the forecheck as we tick closer to 10 minutes left to go here in the first period. Puck's going to go all the way across the ice, and the Phoenix will set up over there and shoot in on Diatelli, who knocks the puck down into the blue paint and jumps on it immediately. And so, with 10:26 left to play in the first period, it's a defensive zone draw upcoming for the Stars. It'll be Russo. He has Coronati out there with him. Simic to take this draw. Looks like Leshner on the far side of the ice. And the fifth skater out there for the Stars will be Bizarro. Phoenix trying to work that puck all the way up to the near point, but it's Bizarro who taps it farther. That rolling puck's going to cross the line. Called an icing there. Very much looked like it went off a Phoenix player. But as we all know, only the people wearing stripes get to make that call, and they adjudged it an icing. So with 10:11 left to go here in the first period, it's a defensive zone draw for the Stars. It's Nikolaitis at the near dot. Puck bounces on him. He's able to keep it at the point, and the Phoenix will take over and send that wide of the cage. And it'll be Polisi firing in to try and take his man out of the play. Leshner now in for support. Works it over toward Polisi. Polisi picks the puck up, jabs it back toward Leshner as it sits at the end boards, at least momentarily. Puck's going to come out to the near circle. Firing on that is Conforti to try and jam it farther. Phoenix try a shot, but that one hits Coronati. Ensuing pass comes near the slot, side of the cage. It'll be Diatelli jumping on it, and then a little after action there as a Stars player stays down. And getting up now, it will be Nikolaitis, who looks like he caught one in the side of the ribs, just under the padding. Well, he's going to limp off, so maybe that wasn't the issue. In any event, able to skate off under his own power, which you like to see. With 9:43 left to go here in the first period, it's a defensive zone draw upcoming for the Stars. No penalty to the Phoenix on that after action. Official's going to let them play today. Shot comes in. Diatelli moves that blocker over and makes the save. It's now Viscoso jamming that puck up to the far point. Looked like it might have come out of the zone. We'll see if it's an offside or a hand pass, but truly doesn't really matter as the result's the same. It's going to be a face-off just outside the Stars zone. It's Simic at the dot to take this. He's got McCarthy streaking forward, nearly hit him on what was clearly a practice play there, as the Stars just inches away from a mini break. Instead, it's Phoenix in the offensive zone. Simic able to take the puck away from his man and work it up to the point. It comes right back in the zone, though. Phoenix has it there. Schulman will fire in to pick up that puck behind his own net. He'll rack it all the way around the glass. Bouncing puck kept in the zone momentarily until McCarthy got in the way. He plays give and go with Fisher. Now it's Simic picking that puck up, shooting just wide, looking for a deflection a little bit closer to the net, and it missed all bodies. So the Phoenix pick it up and work it to the far half wall. And now they're out of the zone, are the Phoenix. It's Coronati coming up in the neutral zone, cutting out that breakout initially. Really upended there. We'll get a quick whistle as it looks like the Stars with a big hit right here in front of the camera well. And it'll be the Atlanta Phoenix player able to get up and skate off under his own power. And the captain, McCarthy, will go to the box here for interference. That's a 1.5-minute penalty there. Stars bench does not like the call, asking for an explanation as the puck was at the feet of the Atlanta Phoenix man. But given the seriousness of the hit, the refs blew the whistle. Well, it'll be some parents yelling from the glass toward the refs and getting a reaction. Anyway, the Phoenix try to shoot in, and they fan on that one-timer, and so now they'll have to set it up again. It's Coronati all over his man in the near corner. Phoenix trying to set up shop now at the near point. Phoenix on the puck, walking the line just a bit toward the slot. They load up. A nice shot block there by Russo. One-timer goes all the way through the blue paint, racked out of the zone. The Phoenix will have to track back to pick that up. 60 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the team from Atlanta. Phoenix works that up through the neutral zone, but without possession as Russo first to the puck, shovels that over toward Leshner, and now Phoenix will have to pick it up at their own blue line. They work it through the neutral zone once again, come into the offensive zone. Do the Atlanta Phoenix. They set up at the near half wall here, throw it in the slot for a one-timer. Diatelli with a nice leg pad save as the Stars look to work this across their blue line. They do. 35 seconds left to go on the man advantage as Bizarro dumps that puck into the zone and then harasses his man on the breakout. It's Bizarro trying to work that farther. Instead, the puck sits in the neutral zone momentarily. The Phoenix still working that puck over right in front of the camera. Well, here is a bouncing puck, enters the offensive zone. Phoenix first to it. It'll be the Stars, though, jamming it from Viscoso to the top of the zone, and now totally out. The Stars working hard to get that puck out of the zone, and they do. Phoenix will reset in the neutral zone. They load up. They hit the crossbar. That one stays out, and so it'll be Schulman working it off the glass into the Stars bench with 7:16 left to go. We get a stoppage in play. Well, they say the iron is a goalie's best friend. That was true this morning, and true just a moment ago. Doesn't even count as a shot on goal when the opposing team hits the iron. It's Nicolaitis now working that puck back, and then it's jammed out of the zone, but it comes off a Phoenix player as it hopped into the Stars bench. So with 7:12 left to go here in the first, it's going to be a face-off that comes outside the Stars zone. It's Nicolaitis at the dot there, winning that face-off back toward Viscoso. Viscoso goes point to point for Schulman. Schulman works it up neatly toward Viscoso, tapped farther in the neutral zone. Phoenix will reset, but cutting that play out was Polisi. Polisi breaks into the offensive zone. Conforti works it up toward Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis on the puck now, rounding the cage, throws it in front, and it's covered immediately by the Phoenix goaltender. Well, the crowd right now, a little quieter than the first three games, as you might expect in a consolation game. And so we'll see what develops here in what so far has been a tight contest. It's Phoenix now winning that puck. The Atlanta Phoenix working that puck all the way through their zone into the neutral zone. Viscoso upends his man. It's going to be called interference here with 6:42 left to play in the first. It'll be Viscoso to the box for that hit at center ice, and a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, traditionally, the players get a second or two to take a puck carrier out of the play after the puck carrier has released the puck, but certainly not how this game's being called here today. And so the Stars go to the box for 90 seconds on the interference call. It's Coronati picking up that clean face-off win as it's racked all the way around, and McCarthy able to get that puck out of the zone. Phoenix will reset in the neutral zone here, right in front of the camera well. They'll go right back across the ice and get a zone entry. It's now Phoenix throwing that wide of the cage. It's racked all the way around to the near point, and now bodying his man is Zimmage in the near half wall. It's Phoenix trying to get something out toward the net front. They run into the linesman, and now they do walk that blue line, send it all the way across to the far circle. Phoenix setting up a one-timer here at the blue line. They're at the top of the slot. Are the Atlanta Phoenix now at the far circle. They'll shoot in, fought off by Diatelli. A good save by him as Coronati sends it over to the near side. Zimmage on the backhand, tries to send a bouncing puck out of the zone. A good zone keep there by the Phoenix. Leshner will now turn to pick up the puck at the end boards. He's got a man all over him as the Phoenix try and send that to the net front. Bouncing puck comes to the near circle, all the way up to the near point now. 30 seconds left to go in the man advantage as the Phoenix load up again. That one goes over the cage. Phoenix can't handle the rebound immediately, so they'll have to set back up again at the end walls. They try and tuck that one in. Rolling puck comes into the blue paint. Diatelli jumps on it, but they're saying it's in. Oh boy, that looked to be under Diatelli's pads. That's a tough call there against the Stars as that puck had bounced, it looked like, and been frozen under Diatelli's pads. But not too much complaint here from the Stars bench. Diatelli gives a shrug, knowing he had made the save, and yet the call goes against the Stars. And so, with 5:29 left to play here in the first, it's the Atlanta Phoenix 2, the New York Stars 1. Puck dropped, one forward there by Nicolaitis, and now it'll be the Phoenix taking over in their own end. Phoenix on the puck. They work it all the way up toward the blue line and across through the neutral zone come the Phoenix. Shot comes in, goes well wide of the cage. Ensuing shot goes wide on the other side. Phoenix try and pick up the puck. Schulman to it first. Shovels it up toward McCarthy. McCarthy out toward Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis streaking through the neutral zone. He leaves it there, just a little out of the reach of Fisher. And the Stars will have to reset at the end boards. It's now Phoenix throwing that puck up to the top of the near circle. And the puck's going to come all the way to the neutral zone, and Schulman will dump it right back in once the Stars have cleared. Puck all the way to the near circle again. It's Nicolaitis working the puck deeper. Comes over toward Fisher. He forces a pass. Nicolaitis takes over. And that bouncing puck's going to come to the circle, but in Phoenix control. Oh, the puck didn't come all the way out of the zone. Nicolaitis shoots and scores just like that. The Stars have tied this one right back up, and there was no doubt about that goal. Nicolaitis took that great zone keep up at the top of the slot, took the pass, and put it in the back of the net with 4:34 left to go in the first period. It's Phoenix 2, Stars 2. Now it'll be Zimmich now at the dot. Pizarro to his left, Russo to his right. Russo intercepts that pass, tries to dump it in the offensive zone. He's got two Phoenix men all over him, though, unable to do so at first. Now Pizarro jousts with the men in white, and it'll be Zimmich cutting out that zone entry. Phoenix will have to reset now as they throw the puck all the way over to the near side of the ice. It's the Phoenix dumping that puck in. It's chopped off the blue line. Pizarro picks it up, curls through the neutral zone, and it'll be Russo dumping that puck in. Now seems like a good time to remind viewers at home that this is an Olympic-sized rink. Hence, there's going to be a little more offense out there, at least a little more space to create offense. Not necessarily a guarantee of goals, but certainly more space on the rink. It's Pizarro now trying to feather that puck into the offensive zone, and it's Phoenix coming away with it at the far side of the ice. You're going to see a lot of cross-ice passes given all the ice that's available. It's Pizarro now going toward the net, shooting in, saved nicely there by the Phoenix netminder all the way to the end boards. It'll now be Russo trying to work that toward the net front. Phoenix comes away with it, and they're going to skate that puck into the neutral zone. And now it's Coronati back, leaving that puck there is Phoenix. Diatelli gets the leg pad in the way. That slow roller nearly into the net, but Diatelli maybe grew an inch or two there with the left leg and was able to kick it out at the last moment. A wonderful save. The clock is running here, even though it's not running on your screen. A little cold in the rink. The buttons don't always work as the Phoenix break right back in. Now that puck's going to roll to the top of the far circle. And it'll sit there momentarily. And now the Stars will get that puck out of the zone. Onward replay. It's Nicolaitis working that deep into the offensive zone and giving chase. He's got Polisi and Conforti out there as his wingers, Schulman and Viscoso as the defenders. Phoenix will take over in their own zone. They pass it up to the blue line. Now through the neutral zone comes Phoenix. Phoenix trying to work into the slot. Schulman does well on his defensive work to cut out the threat. The Stars send it right back the other way. Phoenix trying to load up again. That puck's going to take a deflection, come in on goal, so it's just shoveled to the side by Diatelli, and Schulman picks it up as Phoenix is making a change. It's Schulman working that puck through his zone into the neutral zone, gains the line, dumps in, and Conforti will give chase on the forecheck. Out of his net is the Phoenix netminder, and working that puck up to the near half wall, and now through the neutral zone. Phoenix receives, turns in stride, they'll throw in, and Diatelli snatches that out of the air with 2:03 left to play here in the first. Well, it's a familiar script here for the Stars. They're skating with all the teams they're facing. And so, they'd like to flip that script, though, and see if they can't go up here. 2 minutes remaining in the first, and it's Phoenix dumping that puck in deeper at the end boards. Rolls just out of Coronati's reach, but he gets in the way of the reverse pass, and now it's McCarthy able to send that out of the zone and find Fisher. It's Fisher on the puck, working that toward Coronati. Coronati now on the puck, dumping that in deeper. It'll be McCarthy on the left wing, pushing in, and the puck actually finds Fisher, who finds Zimmich. Zimmich shoots in. That puck's bobbled, and now it'll come. There'll be some discussion here right at the top of the blue paint after Zimmich went after the loose puck in the blue paint, and the Phoenix netminder and his teammates took exception to it, even though the puck was loose. So now Zimmich at the near dot. Face-off puck just sits there right at the dot. Then it comes in on the Phoenix netminder, and it's saved nicely. Hits the back of the cage, does the puck, and it'll be Coronati pinching in to try and keep the zone. Phoenix able to use the boards to get it up to the blue line. Not out just yet. It is on their second try, though, and they'll gain zone entry into the offensive zone. Will Phoenix. They dance around. They shoot high on that one. Bouncing puck comes in and lands on top of the cage, and so we get a whistle blown as the puck ended up in a place that was typically reserved for goalie water bottles. Diatelli with some humorous words to the official there as he pats his head. Puck hit the top of his head and went back to the top of the cage. That's the life of a goaltender sometimes. You have to be ready for anything. It's the Phoenix with the zone keep. Bouncing puck comes in toward the blue paint. Diatelli shuts the door, though, with 1:05 left to play here in the first. Well, in case you're wondering, even though you're watching this on a delay, the ice cut will be after the second period, not after the first. So don't fast forward a minute from now. It'll be Phoenix, the Phoenix that is, working that down low. A heavy hit by Viscoso on his man. Puck rolls toward Nicolaitis. He works it up toward the top of the zone, and then the shot comes in. And Diatelli with a save, and now Bizarro throws that all the way out of the defensive zone. Phoenix will have to track back as we tick under 40 seconds left to go here in the first period. It's the Phoenix on the puck in the neutral zone. They'll cross into the offensive zone looking for a slot pass. That saucer pass misses everybody, though. And the Phoenix load up again. They throw it through the blue paint. Nobody home for them. They'll pick it up at the far side of the ice. Phoenix now working that puck toward the slot. Bouncing puck saved by Diatelli. And the follow-up. Bouncing puck still in the slot. Diatelli did very well there as that puck was deflected twice. And now it'll be Phoenix not getting a penalty called on them. Throwing it into the slot. And it's shoveled wide there by Russo and Bizarro. Russo takes a heavy hit. Buzzer will go here in 3 seconds. The Phoenix will get one more try at it, but it's Diatelli stopping the puck there with 0.7 seconds left to go. And it'll be a face-off in the defensive zone. We'll go ahead and throw 1 second up there on the board just to keep the clock right. But with 0.7 seconds left to go, look for Nicolaitis to tie his man up. He does. There goes the buzzer. After one, it's the Atlantic Phoenix 2. The New York Stars 2. Keep it right here. We'll have tape delayed period 2 coming up for you next on Midnight Sports.
Hockey fans, Rowdy Howdy. You may know me from Rowdy Howdy's Automobiles. I'm here to tell you need to come on down to Rowdy Howdy Automobiles, buy yourself a car, a truck, or a SUV. But before I tell you about our fantastic deals, my idiot lawyers tell me I gotta add some disclaimers because people have been coming in complaining about how their cars don't have wheels, their cars don't have windows, their cars don't have engines. Well, look, the cars maybe work. That's good enough for me, and that should be good enough for you. Come on down to Rowdy Howdy's, 123 Fake Ad Boulevard. You'll recognize our spot by the biggest American flag you've ever seen. You know it, just off the interstate. Rowdy Howdy's.
Well, the teams will come right back out here as they get ready to roll. 15 minutes on the board, period of the long change. And so the Phoenix will go to the right side of your screen to start this one off. They'll go move right to left for offense, and the Stars will do the opposite, left to right for them, as they take a long time here in front of their bench, getting some words of wisdom from their coaches, and now they do come on out. It'll be Fisher, Zimmage, and McCarthy to lead the Stars off here in the second period. Viscoso and Schulman out as defenders. We get ready to roll. Goalies being checked, scorekeeper being checked, 15 minutes on the board. It's a whole new hockey game as this one's tied up. It's Viscoso taking that face-off win, working it over to McCarthy. McCarthy dumps that puck on in, goes all the way to the end boards, and now it's the Phoenix, unable to clear the zone at first, rolls through the blue paint after it was touched on there by McCarthy. Phoenix will work that puck out of the zone. Phoenix all the way out of the zone into the offensive zone are the Phoenix. They throw that in. Diatelli gloves it out of the air. And so with 14:36 left to go here in the second, it's a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Now it'll be Zimmage to take this draw at the far side of the ice. And shot immediately comes in on Diatelli, and he makes the save. So we'll see as the rink's gotten just a little bit quieter here in the middle frame. Puck's dropped. It sits at the dot, eventually controlled by the Stars as Schulman sends it around toward the weak side. It's Fisher firing on his man at the near point. The zone is kept initially there by the Phoenix. Working that puck over toward McCarthy are the Stars. McCarthy's going to break out of the zone. Backhand saucer finds Fisher, who dumps that all the way in on goal, and it's covered up there, so the Stars able to buy themselves a face-off in the offensive zone with 14:12 left to play here in the second period. Well, Stars will go for a change. It'll be Leshner out there with Coronati. Nicolaitis to take this draw with Polisi and Conforti as his wingers. Nicolaitis over the dot there. Puck's one toward the corner, and the Phoenix will take over control. They send it into the slot, does the team from Atlanta, and they work it up to the near point and out of the zone. Through the neutral zone they come. The top of the slot, they try and dangle around, but there's Diatelli to cover up that rolling puck as it came in on net. So with 13:57 left to go and what's become a choppy second period, it'll be another defensive zone draw, this time for the Stars. Stars win that faceoff. Leshner taps it farther for Conforti. Conforti turns, try and get that puck out of the zone. Phoenix there first as the puck is across the blue line. It's Polisi controlling it through the neutral zone into the offensive zone now. Come the Stars, they shoot in, and that puck saved with 13:41 left to go here in the second. Now it's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Stars. As the puck sits in the offensive zone, tapped farther by the Stars, and Phoenix will look to pick it up in their own zone. They do behind the net. They throw that off a body, though, in the low slot, and Phoenix gets a second bite at the apple, and they should have a 2-on-1 here, but for the fact that Coronati gets in the way and sends that puck all the way down, and the Phoenix will have to reset. It's Polisi, though, trying to get that puck deeper in the offensive zone. And the Phoenix will come through the neutral zone the other way. Jammed up there by Leshner. Phoenix still on the puck. They shoot in. Diatelli gets that glove in the way with 13:07 left to go. It's a stoppage in play. Diatelli has that right glove hand working here this afternoon. All right, the Stars with a defensive zone draw here. And it's controlled by Phoenix. They rack it around to the far side of the ice. Pizarro able to get that puck out of the zone. Puck comes right back in on a Phoenix stick. The top of the circle. They gain the slot. They shoot in wide of the cage. And they try to control behind the net. It's Viscoso hitting his man off the puck. Finds Zimmage, who finds Pizarro, who finds Russo. And that puck's going to roll all the way down. Icing waved here. We play on. Phoenix try to set right back up again. They work that puck out of the zone, pushing farther. There's Pizarro there, gumming up the play as Schulman kicks that puck into the neutral zone. And now it'll be Zimmage taking a hit as the puck sits right in front of the scorer's booth. And it's tapped farther by the Stars, but without possession. It's the Phoenix coming the other way. And now that puck's going to go up into the netting, so we'll get a stoppage in play here with 12:17 left to play in the second period. Defensive zone draw, near side of the ice. Leshner comes out with Fisher. Looks like Nicolaitis, Coronati, and McCarthy. Puck's dropped, one over to the near half wall, and now the shot comes in, goes high and wide of the cage after a deflection. Coronati all over his man. Puck rolls to the back of the net. Phoenix try to control at the far side of the ice. They throw it toward the blue paint, comes again to the side of the net. It's controlled there by Nicolaitis, and McCarthy fires that puck across the ice. It came out of the zone momentarily, so Phoenix was offside when they put the puck right back in the offensive zone. It's now Nicolaitis at the far dot, winning that faceoff as it sits at the dot and then works it forward for McCarthy. Strong on his stick, able to work that to the blue line, but no farther, as Phoenix will come right back the other way. The Atlanta Phoenix shoot in. Oh boy, that shot is able to find the top corner, and bar down goes Phoenix to retake the lead with 11:44 left to go here in the second period. Well, that was an impressive shot there by the Atlanta Phoenix, able to rip one, went past one man, and then found the top corner of the net. You could hear the clink of the iron from here. Truly a bar down shot. Ensuing faceoff comes all the way back into the Stars zone. The Phoenix try to get to it first. Leshner bodies his man in the near corner. Puck rolls over toward Fisher. Fisher able to break out to Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis on the puck, tries to go around his man. Phoenix, though, throw a stick in the way. And now the rolling puck's going to come in on Diatelli, and he throws the big mitt right over it. with 11:23 left to go here in the second. Stars will get a change out of this. Now down a goal. Plenty of time left in this game, though. 11:23 still to go just in the middle frame. Simic at the dot. He's got Polisi out there as a winger, as well as Conforti. Conforti takes that face-off win out of the zone, leaves it for Polisi at the blue line. Now Conforti gains the line. He throws that in on net, and it's going to hit a stick, bounce up into the netting. And so it's going to be an offensive zone draw here for the Stars at the far circle. 11:12 left to play now. And again, what's become a choppy second period. Probably more whistles in the first 3 minutes and 48 seconds of this period than there were in the entirety of the first period. There's another one of those whistles. If you're on team whistle, you are way ahead in this game of both the Phoenix and the Stars. This face-off's going to come to the near circle. 11:08 left to go here in the second period. Simic at the dot. Wins that cleanly back to Viscoso. Viscoso loads up, shoots just wide of the cage, looking for a deflection. It'll be Shulman pinching in to keep the zone. It's worked all the way down towards Simic. Simic on the puck there, tries to bank it off the back of the goaltender, and it's deflected to the back of the cage. It's now the Phoenix breaking the other way. Into the offensive zone come the Phoenix. They shoot in. Diatelli blockers that aside, looking very confident in that blue paint. Puck now to the end boards, and it'll be the Stars through Shulman getting in the way of that slot pass. Now a heavy hit there in the boards, but a clean one by Viscoso, and we'll play on. It's Shulman working that puck up through the neutral zone, and the Phoenix will have to track back to pick it up as we tick under 10.5 minutes left to go in the second. It's now Nicolaitis on the puck in the far corner. He throws that over for Polisi. Polisi turns, tries to get it onto the forehand. Unable to do so, though, as two Phoenix men were all over him. And now it's the Atlanta Phoenix coming the other way. That shot broken up by Viscoso and cleaned up there by Coronati. Thrown to the far side of the ice. It's Conforti moving that puck up through the defensive zone to the Phoenix man. Now took over in the neutral zone. Conforti was able to get the puck out of the zone. And Phoenix, they break back in with a long shot that Diatelli able to stick aside. Now the puck comes to Conforti. He's able to jam that out of the zone once again. Rolling puck. Polisi in a foot race there. Phoenix first to it, though. They send it up through the neutral zone as the Stars made a partial change. It's a 3-on-1 developing the other way. Phoenix in. They go for the shot pass. They were looking for a tip at the far side of the ice. Ensuing shot, though, hits the leg pad of Diatelli. And he's able to jump on top of it there with 9:33 left to go in the second. Well, it'll be Nicolaitis to take this drop at the far circle. He's got Pizarro to his right. And that puck, one up to the far point. Shot comes in. Diatelli gets the glove in the way. Russo now on the puck, works it over to the far half wall. Tries to shovel it past his man. Two Phoenix men, though, able to dump it right back in. It's Coronati working that up toward Pizarro. Pizarro flicks that breakout over to Russo. It's Russo and Nicolaitis into the offensive zone. Russo goes skate to stick, and the Phoenix will take over again, though, in their own zone. They skated on out through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. Comes Phoenix. Rolling puck is guided out of the zone once again by Viscoso. It's Phoenix waiting to clear the zone. They'll dump right back in. It looked like they might have been slightly off there, given that this is a later game in the day for the players and the officials. Those tight calls probably aren't going to result in a stoppage. It's Russo now taking the pass from Pizarro from the neutral zone. Russo shoots on in. That puck's gloved on down by the Atlanta Phoenix goaltender with 8:42 left to play here in the second. Well, ensuing face-off, it'll be Fisher, Simic, McCarthy as the forwards, Viscoso and Shulman out there as the defenders. Come right here at the near circle, and the Phoenix emerge with it from their zone. They'll use the boards to work that into the offensive zone, and Shulman able to use the long stick to get that puck to sit at the dot. Ensuing shot goes wide. It's McCarthy now on the puck at the far half wall, and the puck will sit and then be spun all the way in by the Phoenix. Puck now at the near half wall. Stars able to get in the way of that play to the point. It's Fisher who is able to get that puck out of the zone with a little bit of help from Shulman. Puck sits now at the blue line, and offside are the Atlanta Phoenix with 8:10 left to play here in the second. Well, after a little bit of fluidity in the play there, team whistle right back in the lead as we haven't gone more than a few seconds at a time without one. In any event, it's Fisher taking that face-off win, crossing the line and dumping that puck in. And you guessed it, another whistle with 8:04 left to play here in the second period. Well, one can only hope the officials are getting paid by the whistle here today rather than by the game. And if so, these guys are going to go home rich gentlemen. Suing face-off win there by Zimmage, fired just wide, and now it'll be the Phoenix breaking out of their zone. Phoenix at center ice, puck gets caught in a few skates. Phoenix located. Coronati able to jam it right back out of the zone. Puck crosses the blue line. Phoenix were onside there. They're at the top of the circle. Toe, drag, and shot. Diatelli makes a nice save, and onward we play. Puck now racked to the end boards. It'll be Leshner touching it farther. Not out of the zone, though, just yet, as the Phoenix able to keep the zone there. Drop pass to the top of the circle. Shot comes in, hits a body, and it does leave the zone this time after a nice block by the Stars. It's McCarthy all over his man in the offensive zone as Zimmage picks that puck up at the far half wall, throws it to the slot. Fisher will pick it up now at the near half wall. Fisher throws it to the slot as well. Kicked farther there by McCarthy, and the puck finds the blue paint and then goes wide. Bouncing puck now is picked up by the Phoenix, and it's chipped all the way into the neutral zone. Coronati, though, cuts out the threat, and the Stars able to dump that back into the offensive zone and go for a partial change. It's the Phoenix now with the puck at center ice, working it across the blue line, and no offside called there as the Phoenix will pick up the puck again in the neutral zone as we tick just under 6:45 left to play here in the second period. The Phoenix working that puck all the way into the offensive zone, rubbed out of the play initially by Leshner was the Phoenix man, and then overskated the puck. Puck comes into the slot, a nice block there by Coronati in the low slot. Boy, that one's gonna hurt, but Coronati able to get his foot on that one, so Diatelli didn't have to be called into action. Leshner now without a stick, and it will be Conforti trying to work his man over. Pass sent all the way to the near side of the rink here by the Atlanta Phoenix, and now it will be Leshner able to work that up toward Polisi. That puck looked like it might have come out of the zone, but again, no whistle as Leshner will fire back in. He's seen enough of this. Bouncing puck, he works all the way up to the near point, and the Phoenix dump right back in. It's Coronati trying to work that puck up toward Polisi. Bouncing puck will find Conforti, who tries to work it past the blue line. Instead, Phoenix break right back in, and they shoot and score. Well, the Stars inches away there from getting the puck out of the zone and cutting out the threat, but some bad puck luck. Sees it go off a few skates and a few sticks, and it allowed, that bad luck allowed Phoenix to double their lead, the Phoenix that is, to 2. Well, ensuing faceoff's going to be Zimmage. He's got Russo and Bizarro out there with him. It'll be Viscoso turning to pick up that puck. He goes point to point for Schulman. Schulman picks it up at the far circle, then works that puck up toward Bizarro. Bizarro works that puck into the offensive zone, but without possession, and so the Stars will have to go to work. Puck comes up toward Bizarro. Bizarro curls with it, top of the circle. He's got a lot of men back checking him, works it down to Russo. Backhander saved, ensuing shot goes wide. Russo now trying to get that net front. Puck hits the back of the cage. Zimmage now works that puck a little deeper in the zone, and the Atlanta Phoenix will break out here with a cross-ice pass. Schulman cuts out the threat, comes right back in, shoots in, and it's saved there by the Phoenix netminder with 5:07 left to play in the second period. Well, it'll be a face-off at the far circle. Puck comes into the neutral zone and all the way into the offensive zone. Phoenix leaves it there. One-timer doesn't connect, and it'll be the Stars breaking right back the other way. Stars on the puck. They'll dump in. That bouncing puck goes to the far corner. It's Viscoso on the puck, and he works. That puck comes all the way up to the neutral zone, and it'll be Russo on the puck now, working it into the offensive zone. In the neutral zone come the Atlanta Phoenix. They work that puck to the top of the slot, but it's tapped out there by Nicolaitis. Pizarro on the forecheck, forces a pass that Nicolaitis intercepts. Pizarro forced that early pass by the Phoenix, and now the bouncing puck at the top of the paint, sticked out of trouble though by the Atlantic Phoenix goaltender. Now good forechecking by Nicolaitis and Pizarro resulted in a chance for the Stars, but the Phoenix come right back the other way, and they're able to pot it into the back of the net on what turned into a 2-on-1. And so, with 4:11 left to go here in the second period, it's the Atlanta Phoenix 5, the New York Stars 2. Now it'll be Nicolaitis now, winning that face-off forward. Fisher fires in, gets into the offensive zone. The Phoenix will have to reset between the circles. They go all the way back behind their cage. Phoenix and McCarthy working hard to take the puck off their men. Phoenix able to escape, though, all the way to the far half wall, and then across the ice right in front of the camera well here. Phoenix break into the offensive zone, looking for more here as that puck goes through the blue paint and then to the far point. Phoenix able to keep the zone and dump that puck in deep. Coronati works his man over in the far corner, and now the Phoenix behind the net and to the near corner trying to find something net front. Phoenix will fire in there, upended behind the net. Coronati takes his man out of the play, looks for McCarthy, as that puck's going to go all the way down. Icing waved here as the Phoenix netminder out of the cage and works that puck over towards Zimmich. Zimmich nearly able to pull that puck off the half wall and get a shot into an open goal, but the Phoenix will come the other way, and the Stars work that puck out of the zone. Should be an offside. It is, with 3:11 left to play here in the middle frame. Well, this faceoff is going to come just outside the Stars zone once they get set. 3:11 left to play in this middle frame. It'll be Zimmich at the dot. Wins that faceoff forward, and the Phoenix will turn with the puck. They're unable to work it any farther as they'll have to track back to their own zone to pick it up. They do touch it there in the neutral zone. Viscoso fires after the puck into the near corner. Viscoso on the puck there. Will tap it farther for Schulman. Schulman will reverse toward Viscoso. Puck now comes up to the near half wall, and it's dumped in just a little bit deeper as Viscoso able to hit his man as he had fired in on the play. Puck comes up to the near point, left there. It's going to cross the blue line here as the Stars get it out of the zone, and now it's Zimmich picking that puck up and skating all the way into the offensive zone, taken out of the play there as a little bit of what for by the Atlanta Phoenix men. No interference called, though. It's Polisi trying to gum up his man. The Phoenix do break out of the zone, and now they drop that puck all the way down toward the end boards. It's Schulman firing in on his man. He's got Nicolaitis with him there. Phoenix have that puck in the slot. No look backhand, saved by Diatelli. And it'll be Viscoso reminding the Phoenix not to dig at that puck once it's under Diatelli's glove. 2:14 left to play here in the second period from Addison, Illinois. And it'll be a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Nicolaitis at the dot. He's got Russo, Leshner, Pizarro, and Coronati out there with him. It's the Phoenix trying to work that puck deeper in the zone, but Nicolaitis emerges with it, feathers it up to the far point. Shot comes in, deflected wide, and Leshner goes over to pick up that puck at the near half wall. Instead, the Phoenix throw that to the high slot. It's touched farther there as Coronati circles back for the puck. Coronati on the backhand has some time and space to work this puck up, but it does sit in the top of the slot, and Diatelli makes the ensuing save. Coronati was looking for a home run pass there, nearly had it, but some good stick work by the Atlanta Phoenix kept that puck in the zone momentarily. Pizarro able to get this puck out of the zone and takes a heavy hit to do so. Phoenix now celebrating every hit on the ice. It's the Stars picking that puck up through Russo and finding Pizarro. Best revenge is the back of the net. Pizarro works it up for Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis nearly one-handed that one in on the backhand. And it'll be Phoenix now working that puck up through the neutral zone. The Phoenix on the puck there as that puck goes all the way back into their defensive zone. They sent it there, so they'll have to pick it up. No icing going to be called on this. Pizarro able to work his man over and tie him up at the end boards. McCarthy now in for the hit. Jams it farther, but the Phoenix will pick it up in the near corner, now to the near half wall. Under a minute left to play here in the second as the Phoenix work that through the neutral zone. Phoenix on the puck. They'll shoot in, and it's Viscoso able to hit his man who stays down. We should get a whistle here. Shocking that it took that long to get the whistle. 42 seconds remaining in this second period. And the Atlanta Phoenix man stays down on the ice momentarily. Coaches will come out from behind the boards. It's a bang-bang play as Viscoso was able to upend his man who had the puck. And then the man went flying. And so we'll have a delay here as the Atlanta Phoenix check on their injured player. Of course, nothing more important than the safety of the players out there. And so with that, round of applause goes up from the crowd as the Atlanta Phoenix man able to skate off under his own power to the bench. And we'll get going here again with 42 seconds left to go in the middle frame. It's going to be a drop just outside the Stars zone after the injury timeout. It's Fisher, McCarthy, Shulman, Conforti, and Viscoso out there as the 5 skaters for the Stars. Clean win there by the Stars, and Viscoso will pick that puck up and go point to point for Shulman, who reverses right back over for Viscoso. Viscoso on the forehand. He uses the glass to get that puck up to the near point, and the Phoenix dumped that right back in. They're looking for that slot pass. It was cut out well by Viscoso. Now at the circle, Diatelli able to save that shot. He was screened in front. Still able to make a nice save as now the puck thrown to the slot, and ensuing shot goes in. Boy, that was a bang-bang play. And the Phoenix able to pot that one and increase their lead to 4. Well, 15 seconds left here in the second period. And Phoenix had a little bit of luck there as a bouncing puck came to them in the slot, and they were able to put it home. Now we should get an ice cut here after this period as the Phoenix netminder comes on out and jams that puck all the way down. Now the Phoenix working to get that puck out to the net front with just 5 seconds left. Shulman does well to tie his man up. Now some hitting there after the play. The players are going to joust, and we'll get some hitting as the buzzer goes. And so Atlanta Phoenix man has some words for the Stars. And now the parents getting involved from the stands, yelling toward the ice. And we'll get an ice cut here, perhaps well timed to let tempers cool. But if you know any 14, 15, or 16-year-olds, they're likely to forget everything except the person who hit them right before the buzzer went. And so you've got to think that the Stars will remember what the Atlanta Phoenix players had going on just before the buzzer sounded, which is a little bit of after action. Well, after 2, it's the Atlanta Phoenix 6. New York Stars 2. Stick around. There'll be an ice cut, and then we'll be back for the third period after this.
Hockey fans, do you breathe air? Do you live on Earth? Well, if you do, you need to stop everything right now. How could you possibly go one more second without cleaning every single air duct, vent, exhaust fan, and air conditioning unit in your home, apartment, or car? The good news is, you don't have to. Let the folks at Frank's Air Clean Exceptional help you today. We don't just clean out your air vents and ducts. We make sure your house, apartment, or car smells so good, you won't even recognize it. It's Frank's Air Clean Exceptional. When you are panicked over something that hasn't bothered you even once in your entire history of living on this planet, call Fake. We'll put your mind at ease. 917-555-FAKE.
Well, we're back after the ice cut. All you future people out there watching this game, feel free to send the lottery numbers back in time to me here at Addison, Illinois. Promise we'll make the broadcast even better. In any event, it's going to be the third period coming up momentarily here from Addison, Illinois. As we get that clock up on the board, score right now 6-2 in the Atlanta Phoenix's favor. And the Stars will look to close that gap in the early going here from Illinois. This one's the last one for the New York Stars from Chicago. Many lessons learned here, though, will be applicable when they get home to Brooklyn. Well, the referees still discussing things at the scorer's table. And it looks like we'll get rolling here momentarily. But a reminder, go ahead and join us next weekend right here on Midnight Sports. Currently, the Stars scheduled to play the Long Island Kings in what looks like an LIHLQ game. At 10:45, they'll return home to Abe Stark. Players getting set here, officials getting set as well. Again, that's 10:45 a.m. next Saturday right here on Midnight Sports as the Stars take on the Long Island Kings. All right, we're off and running for the third period. It's Russo winning that faceoff. Coming on in is Fisher, but offside are the Stars just 5 seconds into this final frame. And so, it'll be Russo at the dot just outside the Phoenix zone. And now it's Fisher curling with that puck after a good zone keep by Russo. Finds Bizarro on the back end. Bizarro will pick up that puck. He takes a shove in the back, keeps his feet, works it up to Schulman at the point, but the bouncing puck will leave the zone. Schulman works that puck back down to the strong side. The Phoenix emerge with that puck all the way into the offensive zone. They shoot, shut down by Diatelli. The rebound thrown out of the zone by the Stars. It'll be the Phoenix picking that puck up at the top of the far circle, curling behind their net, trying to work the puck farther on out of the zone, but it's Fisher tapping that puck in. The Phoenix netminder out of the cage. It's Bizarro. Nearly finds the open net. A diving Phoenix defenseman keeps that puck out. Now it's Bizarro trying to work that puck near post. All the way toward the side of the net. It'll be Nicolaitis on the puck, finding Bizarro for the one-timer. Hits a shin pad, goes wide. And now the Phoenix look to break out of their zone. Now an early one could have helped the Stars there. The Phoenix defenders got back toward that empty net, and they were able to keep that puck out of the back of their own cage. And now it's the puck rolling all the way into the neutral zone. Phoenix will take over there. The Phoenix work that up through the neutral zone, all the way into the offensive zone now on the forehand. Tight angle shot, blockered up and over the cage by Diatelli. And now that puck jammed out of the zone by the Stars. Breaking right back in are the Atlanta Phoenix. They'll throw that in. Diatelli able to knock it out of the air with the glove and then thrown out of the zone by the Stars, but over the boards, and so it's going to be a defensive zone draw for them with 13-18 left to go here in the final frame, final period of this tournament for the New York Stars. Now Nicolaitis winning that faceoff over toward the far half wall. He goes back in the forehand. He's going to skate this out of the zone himself. Is James Nicolaitis all the way through the neutral zone, skating with speed. He finds Polisi coming into the zone. And it'll be the Atlanta Phoenix coming right back the other way now. Leshner pushes his man wide. Coronati goes over to cover. Shot goes high of the cage. Coronati able to harass his man into an early shot that missed the net. It'll now be the Atlanta Phoenix through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. Drop pass there. Sees a shot in on Diatelli, who chops that down into the leg pads with a nice save. With 12:46 left to play here in the third period. Now this puck's going to sit at the near dot for a face-off. It'll be Russo leaning over there, working that puck up to the near point. Not out just yet as the Phoenix dumped that over toward the slot, and covering there was Viscoso. And working that puck up to Fisher, who dumps into the offensive zone. Fisher now pushes his man deep into the zone, looking for Russo, streaking toward the slot. Bouncing puck comes toward McCarthy, who chops it farther. And now the puck sits in front of the Phoenix bench, and they jam it out of the zone. Shulman tracks back to his own zone, works it out of the defensive zone there. Viscoso goes skate to stick, and then works it over toward Shulman. Shulman has it at the top of the blue paint, and then curls behind the net with it. Works it over toward the near half wall here. And the Phoenix able to keep the zone at the near half wall. They'll fire it all the way to the far circle. Shot comes in, goes high in the cage. And now the puck comes up to the near point. And it's tapped out of the zone by Fisher. McCarthy tries to take it in stride. Stick gets in the way as the Atlanta Phoenix come right back the other way through the neutral zone. Puck now worked deep by the Phoenix all the way to the end boards. They'll skate around, hit the back of the cage, still in possession. And watch there by Viscoso. Phoenix dumped that puck in deeper to the top of the slot. The puck comes now. It'll roll out of the zone after that pass was a little too hot to handle. And onward we play. Now going point to point are the Phoenix. They can't work it any farther though as it's shoveled by Nicolaitis up toward Bizarro. Bizarro with some time and space. He'll curl toward the slot. He shoots. That one goes over the cage. And now it'll be the Atlanta Phoenix picking it up at the near half wall and working it into the neutral zone. Bizarro now curling with the puck. Dances around his man. He's in all alone. Is Bizarro trying to avoid the poke check, and he does and scores. 11-11 left to play here. Dominic Bizarro finds the back of the net as he again delays and waits out the Phoenix goaltender. And he cuts this to a 3-goal lead with 11-11 remaining to play. Now it'll be Nicolaitis at the dot. He's got Bizarro to his left, Polisi to his right. Puck's dropped, and the Phoenix will control. They gain the line and dump on in all the way around the end boards. Coronati will pick it up there on the forehand, works it up for Bizarro, touches it farther for Nicolaitis. Puck comes off his stick. Bizarro gets it back, works it up to Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis ties a tight angle shot that is shut down there by the Phoenix goaltender. It was a laser of a shot, just a small window to try and fit it through. And it was saved nicely by the man in white. It's going to be an offensive zone draw here for the Stars. And it'll be Conforti out there with Russo, McCarthy, Shulman, and Viscoso. Puck's dropped. Phoenix tries to fire it forward. Threat's cut out by McCarthy. And now Conforti sends it to the other side of the ice all the way around the end boards. Stars trying to work that puck in a little bit deeper. Russo looking for Conforti. That shot pass goes just a bit wide, hits the side of the cage. It's Conforti working that deeper for Russo. Russo turns, nearly able to pull the trigger, and now Conforti on the puck, trying to find some open ice. He's watched all the way in the corner. It's reversed down to Russo at the end boards, who chips it farther for McCarthy. McCarthy tries to throw it to the front, hits the side of the cage. Russo on the puck now. Some tired Phoenix skaters out there as Russo has the puck. He shoots in, no rebound coming for the Stars. It was a good thought there. But with 10-17 left to go, it's a Stars offensive zone face-off only. And it'll be Shulman, McCarthy, Conforti, Russo, and Viscoso remaining out there. It's going to be a near circle drop as Russo leans over, tries to work that puck forward, kicks it farther, and picks up the puck momentarily until the Phoenix get in the way. It's now Conforti working that deeper all the way over on the far side of the ice, and then the puck is thrown out of the zone there by the Phoenix. Puck comes to Conforti, works it up for McCarthy. McCarthy into the offensive zone. Puck comes off his stick there after two Phoenix men get in the way. It's Viscoso going point to point for Shulman. Shulman on the puck, returns the pass to Viscoso. Now it comes out of the zone, worked up toward Fisher. Fisher finds Shulman. Shulman on the puck right in front of the camera well here. He's able to shovel that in on the backhand. Fisher and Bizarro will go in on the forecheck to the offensive zone. Puck comes right back up to the near point, out of the control, though, of the Phoenix man, and so onward we go. It's Shulman on the puck behind his own net, sends it over to Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis finds Fisher. Turning are the Stars to try and pick this puck up in the offensive zone. Atlanta there first. They send that out of the zone and then work it into the neutral zone with some possession. Atlanta on the puck there, waiting for the ice to open up just a bit. They touch it as it crosses the red line, so there'll be no icing here as we play on. It's now the Stars trying to work that puck up and out of the zone. Bouncing puck sits at the near half wall, and Coronati, able to work that puck up to center ice. Pizarro reaches for it, able to corral it, and skate it into the offensive zone. Sends it into the slot for Nicolaitis. Screen shot, saved nicely there by the Atlanta Phoenix goaltender. And so, with 8:49 left to play here in the third period, it's an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Now it'll be Conforti out there as the left winger. McCarthy to take this draw. Polisi to his right. Coronati and Leshner as the defenders. Rolling puck comes toward Polisi. It's kept in the zone there by the Stars momentarily, but now it'll be the Atlanta Phoenix getting that puck into the slot. One-timer saved by Diatelli. Gets post to post there. Keeps this 3-goal hockey game, but now we have a helmet off and a cross-check in the back. There's a helmet off on the Phoenix winger there. And he decided to cross-check McCarthy in the back as he was getting up. So we'll see what the call is here as the Atlanta Phoenix man will head to the box. Well, some paperwork being done here right in front of the scorer's table. We'll see what the result is. Well, the Atlanta Phoenix trying to figure out what the call is, getting a little bit of insight from the officials. Not too much protest from their bench, and so we'll see what it is. Well, the Atlanta Phoenix man heads to the showers just a little bit early here as sent out of the game. Maybe for the helmet to be fixed. Not clear that it's an ejection. Could just be a helmet fix. And so we'll have to see just what happens here. Surely a penalty though, although there are 5 Atlanta Phoenix skaters on the ice. So hard to know exactly what the call here was. Apparently, no penalty on either team here. And so with 8:31 left to play in this game, it's Fisher taking over the puck. He's got Pizarro in the slot, tries to send a pass to him, but the Ice Monster picks it up instead. And so the Atlanta Phoenix control back in their own zone. They work that puck up to the far half wall. Not out just yet, though, as Russo gets in the way of the zone breakout. And he's got the puck on the backhand. He feathers that one wide. It'll be Fisher in for support. And Russo bodying his man at the end boards. The Atlanta Phoenix, though, emerge with the puck in their own zone, through the neutral zone, into the offensive zone. On the forehand, they'll curl around. They miss the cage on that shot, but they'll keep the zone at the far point and dump on back in. It's Viscoso getting in the way of that one, looking for Pizarro as that puck goes just a bit wide. And we'll see if it hits the end line. Well, it's touched up anyway by the Atlanta Phoenix netminder, and so there'll be no icing as the Phoenix break out the other way. Phoenix across center ice. It's a 3-on-3 developing for them. Drop pass at the near point. Touch farther into the zone now to the near corner. Puck rolls up to the near half wall, and then it's thrown right back out of the zone again, this time for an icing with 7:27 left to go in the third. Well, it's going to be a near circle face-off here as McCarthy, Coronati out there for the Stars, as well as Conforti. And looks like Leshner. That deflection goes wide, and Polisi has the 5th skater. All the way around the end boards come the Atlanta Phoenix, and then that puck's racked in deeper by them. It comes all the way up to the near point now as the puck rolls to the end boards. Leshner and McCarthy fire in. McCarthy up toward Polisi. Polisi corrals that puck, looks for a headman pass in Conforti. Hits a man, though, as he dumps it in, and so the Phoenix will have to go pick that back up. The netminder again out of his cage. Hits a body on that breakout pass. Phoenix will have to reset. Stars dump that one on in deeper. So tick under 7 minutes left to play here in Addison, Illinois. Puck now in the near corner. It sits there momentarily as 2 Stars men in on the puck. We might get a whistle. Nope, no whistle here. Oh, some after action again as McCarthy takes a hit and a second. And we'll see if there's anything going on here, as the Atlanta Phoenix man has some words for McCarthy. And we'll see what's going on here as the officials talking to the Atlanta players. It does look like a cross-check call on the Atlanta Phoenix. Finally, with 6:41 left to go here in the third. Well, the Phoenix bench doesn't like the call, but it was about as textbook as you could have, as McCarthy was skating away from the Atlanta Phoenix man, who decided to hit him twice in the back right in front of the officials. So, puck's dropped, sits at the dot. Pizarro takes over at the near half wall. Pizarro racks that puck in deeper. It's now Russo on the puck. He'll curl with it on the backhand, looking to thread it over to McCarthy. Hits a stick. It's jammed farther there by the Phoenix, but Fisher, with his own keep, sends it off the glass. It's now Pizarro on the puck in the near corner. It's thrown up toward the point, and it comes all the way out. And now it'll be the Phoenix trying to get all the way down. Icing waved as the Phoenix get to the puck first. These officials seem to want this game to be over in a hurry, given the bad blood between the teams. That's Pizarro crossing the blue line on the forehand. He'll delay, he'll circle, and he'll whip that on in. It's Russo giving chase now. This puck comes up to the near half wall, and Pizarro sends that all the way over. It'll be McCarthy to try and pick that puck up. He bodies his man into the glass, and that rolling puck's going to come all the way into the offensive zone. Out of his cage there is Diatelli with 5:43 left to go in this one. Able to freeze the puck, and it's going to be a defensive zone draw. Stars still up a man for the next 32 seconds here. And they'll get some fresh skaters on the ice. It'll be Coronati out there with Viscoso. Looks like Russo to take this draw. Polisi and Conforti as well complete the 5 for the Stars. Coronati on the puck at the end wall. He goes back into forehand, looking to break out here is Coronati. He works that up toward Polisi. Polisi shovels that farther for Russo. Russo takes over in the neutral zone, gains the offensive zone, and works that puck wide. He'll stop there, but he's upended, and it'll be the Atlanta Phoenix skating with speed the other way. Coronati's back. It's a one-on-one. Play through the legs, and that puck is scored there as it was a toe drag around the Stars. And so with 5:13 left to play in this third period, it's the Atlanta Phoenix 7, Stars 3. Yeah. And the Phoenix celebrating that goal. Still 2 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Stars here. Phoenix will kill that one off. Now they'll thread that puck all the way into the offensive zone. Will the Atlanta Phoenix with just 5 minutes left to play in this game. It's Schulman on the puck, working it to the near corner. Pizarro sends that all the way across the ice, looking for a headman pass to find Fisher. Instead, it goes for an icing. So with 4:52 left to play in this one, it's a defensive zone draw upcoming for the Stars. Well, it'll be Fisher, Viscoso, Schulman, Pizarro, and McCarthy out there as the 5 skaters. Puck sits at the dot. It's worked lower in the circle. Comes to the slot on the backhand. No-look shot kicked aside there by Diatelli, as was the follow-up. It's now the Stars working to get this puck out of the zone. At the top of the circle are the Phoenix. Near circle all the way down to the near corner. They work that puck from the near half wall, and now it's shot in. Hits a skate or two in McCarthy. Ensuing shot covered up there by Diatelli. He does well, and here we go again with some after action as the whistle goes. Well, it looks like Stars will be heading to the box here with some words for their compatriots in white. Well, they're going to take one now from each team as the Atlanta Phoenix man takes that long skate over to the box as well. Referees trying to maintain control of this game late on, but you could argue they perhaps lost control of it early on in the first period. And they had a few one-sided penalty calls. Anyway, ensuing face-off. Shot goes high and wide of the cage. It's now the Atlanta Phoenix trying to work that puck down low. Bodying his man is Pizarro and upending him so that McCarthy can take over the puck in the neutral zone and dump on into the offensive zone. McCarthy will give chase. It's the Atlanta Phoenix there first. Leshner able to keep the zone. Tapped farther by McCarthy. The Phoenix will pick it up at the bottom of the circle. Rolling puck comes to Pizarro. Tries to jab it farther. A nice save there by the Atlanta Phoenix goaltender. And onward we play as the puck comes into Stars defensive zone. Coronado will go point to point for Leshner, receive the return pass, and then work that off the boards on up. Puck sits at center ice momentarily. Phoenix will dump just right back in. And now again, right in front of the camera well, is some talking. And we'll get some jousting here as the puck sits at center ice. We'll see exactly what happens. And some waves to the camera from the Atlanta Phoenix players. And this face-off is going to come just outside the Stars zone. A lot of discussion from the Atlanta Phoenix bench here. In any event, though, it'll be Nicolaitis at the near dot. 40 on the puck as the Stars play on here late in the third from Addison, Illinois. It's the Phoenix, unable to break in at first. Polisi takes a knock there at the blue line. The puck's going to roll towards Schulman. Schulman tries to reverse. The puck comes out front. Coronati there to guide it out of danger. Puck now in the high slot. Some hitting now from Conforti as the Phoenix have the puck, and they work it toward the slot. It hits a stick, goes wide. Schulman now pushes his man out, as does Polisi. Still the Phoenix on the puck. Just about 3 minutes left to play here as the puck does roll to the slot again. It's picked up by the Phoenix who try and jam it home. Unable to do so, though, as Polisi bodies his man who had just touched the puck. Some more hitting now as the Stars get to it, and the puck's racked out of the zone. It'll be picked up there by Conforti. Conforti on the puck. He gains the line. He's going to gain the offensive zone here, and then he gets turned around by his man in the Phoenix uniform. Phoenix dumped that puck on in. It's Coronati picking the puck up now in the near corner, sending it all the way around, and Polisi will pick it up with just 2.5 minutes left to go. Polisi on the puck. He's going to skate that up toward the blue line. Leshner will pick up that deflected pass and work it out of the zone. Conforti now on the puck, works it up toward Russo. Russo on the puck, delays at the blue line, and now breaks into the offensive zone. Russo on the forehand, top of the circle, shoots high and a little bit wide. It's blockered anyway by the Atlanta Phoenix netminder, and the Phoenix will pick it right back up. Still some hitting out there as Polisi would like his pound of flesh out of the Atlanta Phoenix players. It's Polisi able to stick lift his man and then go for the puck, and shoulder to shoulder he goes there as the Phoenix shoot in. It's kicked aside there by Diatelli. Pizarro picks up the puck. Under 2 minutes left to play now as Russo takes that zone exit and works it up for McCarthy. McCarthy breaks in on the forehand, nearly scores, but a good defensive play, and then he gets punched by the Atlanta Phoenix netminder, and here we go. The scrum begins right in front of the blue paint as McCarthy gives the what for to the Atlanta Phoenix netminder, who came out of the blue paint, interestingly, and now the Stars will also give them all a what for. It'll now be the Atlanta Phoenix netminder ejected from the game here with 1:39 left to play. And looks like McCarthy may take the walk as well here for defending himself after he was attacked by the Atlanta Phoenix goaltender. Well, a lot of paperwork to sort out now as the clock continues to run. The officials decide to run the clock here as the fighting had commenced. You'd expect the clock to just continue to be burned out now as a goaltender and a captain kicked out of this game. And indeed, the Phoenix players are picking up their sticks and skating over toward the locker room with all those sticks. Well, this one's going to end with a bang for the Stars. Not quite the whimper that the game looked like at first. The Stars did well to stick up for themselves there as this game winds on down. The players will leave the benches and await the handshake line as Diatelli gets some congratulations in net here for his hard work in this game. Well, thanks so much for tuning in here on Midnight Sports in Chicago as the Stars will leave the ice. And it looks like maybe they're not going to line up for the handshake line here. And so the Stars will leave the ice for the locker room as the Atlanta Phoenix will also head on to the locker rooms. And that'll do it from Chicago. CCM World Invite. We'll see you again next weekend right here on Midnight Sports. Thanks so much for joining us. And until then, stay safe.